Do you even like this game? You know what? I'm gonna say somewhat unsatisfied. I mean, I don't pay attention to gaming security. I probably should. I do think these are my 3 main goals in Genshin currently. I mean, I haven't stopped playing it yet. Is it a sunk cost fallacy at this point? Hello, friends and gamers. So it's been a long time since we have done a Genshin Impact survey, but there is a survey currently up, so we're gonna do it. This is during Luna 2, because I have no idea when this video is gonna go up. I did do the Millie Astro Wonderland video finally, so if they're asking me about Millie Astro Wonderland, we can talk about it. All right? Okay. So we're gonna do the Genshin Impact survey. This is probably gonna be a shorter video because even here it says it'll take approximately 2 minutes to complete. It's probably gonna take at least 4 because we like to yap here. Let it be known before we get started, I am a creator with Genshin Impact, but that is not affecting or changing what I would have to say about the game in any way, shape, or form. I made a video flaming Millie Astro Wonderland earlier today, so it's not a problem. But let's get started. Right, basic questions. Okay, interesting. First, they're asking about Story and Sojourn, and I actually did not have time to do this event, so I switched it over to main story in my schedule. So interesting. I haven't had time to do this one, so we're gonna probably skip through most of this. So the following are questions about the Saurian Sojourn event. During the challenge, travelers can freely switch between yourself and your Saurian companions, collecting adventure coins and reach the destination. Saurians can use their own abilities to traverse a variety of dangerous terrain, while travelers can operate mechanisms to open paths ahead. So we'll go next. Which of the following statements best describes your participation in the Saurian Sojourn event? I didn't do it. So I know about the event, but I have not participated would be mine. So what are the main reasons you did not participate? I ran out of time. That's the main reason. Is that a thing? Met the participate. I'm not interested. No other reward. Don't like gameplay. I don't like gameplay that requires too much thinking. Please, God, please, nobody pick this one. I swear to God. I don't like the event's story. Ran out of time. I ran out of time to play it. Short, sweet, to the point. That was really the only reason. I fully planned on playing it. Some of these other answers are out of pocket though. All right, so did you participate in the November season of Imaginarium Theater? This is confession time. I still haven't done Imaginarium Theater. Oh, I haven't experienced the November season. All right, this is why we don't do survey videos. The next question is, overall, how satisfied are you at the Stygian Onslaught event? Now, I do think this was very, very funny because I've talked about this a couple of times, but somebody during this patch is Stygian Onslaught event figured out how to cheese the whole thing with like a level 1 gene, and it was really funny because they like made a tutorial on it and other people started doing it to the point where HoYoverse had to respond and we're like, hey, we're patching it, sorry about that. But then everyone was like, no, it's so easy, why are you taking it away? So this was what happened in Genshin Impact this patch. I didn't actually attempt it myself though, because I haven't fully done Stygian Onslaught either. There's a lot of catching up I have to do in Genshin, and I want to get back on that, but we'll see. I haven't tried it though. See, now they're like, do you even like this game? How interesting do you find the in-game content in Genshin Impact? I find it very interesting. I just like play too many games. How diverse do you find the in-game content in Genshin Impact? I'll say somewhat diverse. I feel like we used to have a lot of like different types of events and stuff, and like they used to be longer, but in the last couple of years, a lot of things have been shortened in Genshin. But I mean, we also just added Millie Astro. I think it's very diverse. I think I have to say that because we also just added Millie Astro Wonderland, and that's a whole trip and a half over there. How novel do you find the in-game content in Genshin Impact? See, this one, I'm gonna say neutral just because, again, I play a lot of gacha games. I play a lot of RPGs, and a lot of things I can pick up and be like, oh, that is like this game, you know? Like that mini game is like this other gameplay, or like you see it here. But like a lot of things in gaming, there is like a lot of repetitiveness. My PGR just finished updating, by the way. I was updating that for Gacha Dailies. Anyways, I'm a neutral, erring more towards somewhat neutral. Like if this is like, if we're using like a 1 to 5 scale here and neutral is like a 3, I'd be more of like a 3.75 or like 3.5, very close to somewhat novel. Like it's not a solid 3, it's like almost a 4, but I'm still gonna say neutral. How satisfied are you with the time and effort needed while playing Genshin Impact? Again, I'm neutral because I feel like the Archon quest, I feel like it, like with the Archon quest, there's time that I don't really want to put in there for the sole purpose that like I kind of fell off of the Archon quest and now I'm like, I just want to get to Nod Cry, quite frankly. But also in terms of effort with like the end game stuff, I don't love the Genshin Impact end game. there's reasons why I've not touched Imaginarium Theater or Stygian Onslaught, and it's because I'm kind of afraid to, because the effort that I still have never full cleared the Abyss, by the way. I just don't find that as interesting as like the other like mini games and story aspects of Genshin. But at the same time, I feel like there's other like flagship event situations where I wish there was more, you know. I'm like, I'm not satisfied with it for a different reason, in the fact that I wish that our flagship events were longer like they used to be. Like some of my favorite events to this day are like the 9-hour Sumeru events we got, and now we have another Sumeru event running right now, but I heard the story itself is only like 2 hours, which is really disappointing for somebody who adored those like 9-hour long Sumeru events. And the thing is, with the 9-hour long Sumeru events, I sat and did them all in one day, like Sunday night before they were done. I sat for like an entire Sunday and would just do the events. But those remain to this day some of my favorite events in Genshin Impact, and I just wish we had them back. So I'm like neutral on the satisfyingness here, but like for opposite reasons. Like I'm here, it's like a solid 3, where you're erring more towards somewhat you know what? I'm gonna say somewhat unsatisfied. Literally, they're just asking me like, do you even like this game now? So how satisfied are you with the quantity of content in Genshin Impact? Again, like, because there's a lot of the quantity of content. There is a lot, but it's not the type of content I would necessarily look for, you know. Like there's not like they kind of took away like things like hangout events and story-based content that I would kind of err more towards. So I'll say neutral. How satisfied are you with the gaming security in this version of the game? I've had no issues, but I've not really played a ton. I've not heard of anyone getting hacked recently. So I'll just say very satisfied. I mean, I don't pay attention to gaming security. That's also one. I probably should. So what are your main long-term goals in Genshin Impact currently? I have not done a Genshin survey in a while, so I don't know if this is a common question they ask, but I do find it interesting. So we have 3 to pick. So personally, I want to advance the main plotline and complete character-related quests. My main goal in Genshin right now is to get caught up with the Archon quests and then start going back and doing these story quests. And I just mentioned hangout events, so yeah. Apart from that, it would also then be unlocking the map and exploring more areas does coincide with like Archon quests, but apart from that, it would be to level up character stats because I want to build my characters. I do think these are my 3 main goals in Genshin currently. There's the 2 story ones, and then I want to level up my characters so I can do more of the gameplay. And I think if I had more built up characters, like newer ones as well, I would be more interested in doing like the combat, like the Stygian Onslaughts and the Imaginarium Theaters and stuff like that, you know? But I just haven't been building characters like this year at all. Next question, how willing are you to continue experiencing Genshin Impact? I mean, I haven't stopped playing it yet, because that's the thing. In the last like 2 years, I could have fully stopped playing Genshin, but here we are in Genshin Impact doing the patch videos every now. I fell off of my patch videos as well though. I would say quite willing, because I think if there was like, if Genshin did something that I really was upsetting, I probably would stop playing it. But also I'm so locked in on Genshin and I have so much merch. I'm like, is it a sunk cost fallacy at this point if I stop playing Genshin? But also I do enjoy Genshin. It means a lot to me personally for like multiple different reasons. Like not only did Genshin get me really back into playing games, it got me into doing gaming content again, and even like the creator program for the HoYoVerse games, Genshin is what got me into that as well. Like I'd worked with companies before, but this was like a different thing, you know? So I'm like, Genshin means a lot to me. So I'm quite willing to keep experiencing Genshin Impact content, but we really did fall off this year. Like I think if one bad thing happened, I'd be like, that's it. But I don't want to give it up, you know? How willing are you to recommend Genshin Impact to your friends then? I would say neutral, just because my thing is, if in terms of like IRL friends, I don't really have people in my life who also game, so I wouldn't like recommend Genshin Impact to them. And like the people I do know that game, like don't play these type of games. Like I have a cousin who's like really into Counter-Strike. They know what Genshin is, but they're not gonna be picking it up, you know? Like they know I do stuff related to Genshin, but they're not picking it up. So like it's like the thing of like, how willing are you to recommend Microsoft to friends and colleagues? And it's like, no, 0. We don't talk about this. But then in terms of like online spaces, I have recommended Genshin before. I've said like, if you like XYZ game, you might also like this game, and Genshin has come up before. So I, you know, quite willing. Yeah, sure. Not too many crazy questions this time around though. It was very tame because we've now reached the comments about Luna 2, which I never fill these in. Yeah, very tame survey. We didn't really have a ton there. Nothing crazy. It was just a survey that felt like a survey. I'm also realizing you guys see the flip layout. Hold on, give me a second. It's like super zoomed in for y'all. All right, okay. We're just gonna end the video here then. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below. Might not even see the light of day, quite frankly, but if you liked it, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. Let me know in the comments down below how you're currently feeling about Genshin Impact and Luna 2 and Milliaster Wonderland, because the Milliaster Wonderland video went up before this, and if you haven't seen my full thoughts on that, I do recommend checking out that video because I went in on it a little bit. But that was the events survey, and to be fair, I haven't done the flagship event. It's currently running, and there's events I want to do in Genshin, but I haven't done them yet, so, and they're not over. So I'm not surprised they didn't send out the survey for that, like the events that haven't ended yet, you know? But do let me know how y'all are feeling about it in the comments down below. Do we play the event? How are we feeling about Genshin? Because I don't think that I'm the only one that's kind of like fell off on Genshin, but then came back, or like wanted to come back for Nod Cry and then didn't. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below. As always, I hope everyone is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all in my next video. I'm gonna go get back to my dailies now. Bye, guys!